Good afternoon from Grander Marine in Orange Beach, Alabama. We are located on the northern Gulf Coast Panhandle. Today we are going to do a walkthrough video with Chris on our new 2019 38 Fountain CC Blue Water Series. This one we have here is a metallic gray with a navy blue boot and a navy blue pinstripe. This one has Mercury 350 Verados triple. Underneath we have the blue that transitions underneath. Have underwater lights. And to talk about the boat is going to be Chris as we climb up here. Again, we're located in Orange Beach, Alabama. There we go.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Chris. This is our 2019 new edition Fountain 38 center console Blue Water Sport. Fountain's really stepped up their game this year, and we got a lot of nice new features. You know, some updated fit and finish. You know, new hard top, new console. You know, overall they've really done a great job of dialing this boat in for any level of fishing and any level of family comfort. You can do it all on this boat. First off, you guys may have seen this before. It's the two 52-gallon transom live wells Fountain offers, and this has the optional, you know, removable rear seating, and basically makes a big sofa out of this. And you got a footrest and really room for up to 4 people to sit across the transom when you're cruising or when you're headed out to the fishing grounds. And underneath you've got a 52-gallon live well on each side. But if you want to just pop the cushion up and leave the cushion in place and still lose your live well, just pop these up, you know, boom, you're right in your well. Push it down. Something new on our Nautical Designs Tackle Center this year we've got a little bit bigger rigging tray. You'll see lots of space, lots of work room right here, drawers, tackle boxes, trays, 5 rod holders, 4 cup holders. And I don't know if you noticed this flip up rear bench seat, which is also removable with the pull of a pin, but if you want to put it in place, you lock it in, push the pin in so it can't flop up. You've got a nice rear facing seat so you can take a look at your lines or when you're cruising. And also we've added a rod gimbal here, so if you want to sit and use it as somewhat of a fighting chair, you know, when you're trolling, it's functional for that too as well. This boat is equipped with the optional dive door. It's a real nice option. It's got a magnet here, holds it in place completely open. Shutter, single latch. The design compresses up against the gunnel. The ladder stores right here on the lip. Fold down ladder. It stores up under the forward seating. Makes for easy access getting on in and out of the boat, as well as pulling a big fish through the door. So you can see Sharon right here, she crawled through this transom access. You also have a pull-out transom ladder, freshwater shower. You can see she's standing in the splash well. What's something unique about the Fountain is you got a flat splash well, so there's no nooks and crannies really for water to stand and drain. And a lot of times when we're fishing, pieces of chunks will, if you got a splash well, get caught in there, and there's always water standing. So I really like this flat transom layout. It's also stronger. If you look at the way they engineer the transom, tying the top cap and transom all in together right there, and there's no pivot point for the motors to swing around on. See, she's also showing you got an 8 rod rack transom right here. You know, carry 8 rods while you're trailering down the road, or get them out of the way when you're going fishing. And when you get where you're going there, you can move them up top, move them on the leaning posts, move them all around the boat. You see this boat has, in the cockpit here, we got 4 cup holder, rod holder combos on each side, and then more additional rod holders forward. And this new top for Fountain is real stout. They're using a D-ring, you know, 4-leg top that's real stout, holding it up. You can see hanging from it, it doesn't move. It doesn't shake, doesn't rattle. We got speakers integrated into the top this year. Every J audio speaker has a light ring. You got recessed multicolor LEDs. Something else that was real smart, I don't even know where they found this, but I'm a fan of it. This right here, it raises and lowers your anchor locker. It's actually made by Taco Marine. Your anchor light, I'm sorry. See it coming up and down, so you don't have to climb up on the top anymore. You know, the dry storage guys here, they found that and they were in love. They were upset at first, how do we get this up and down, but now they got that. Overhead storage, you know, you want to put some electronics up there. But most boats from Fountain, they come fully equipped with electronics. Sometimes we may tweak a couple things here and there. This has the Simrad package, which I like. It's one thing unique about the Simrad package is it has the same interface as the Mercury Vessel View. So your engine data here, the keys aren't on, so it's not getting communication, but your engine data here is identical to your engine data on your Vessel View, and you really have 3 independent Simrad units there that you can do certain features with as well. Boat also has an anchor windlass, stainless anchor, shoots through the front of the boat. Controlled right here with a switch. All your lights now this year are backlit. You got a switch panel light right here, and inside there's a controller that you can reduce the intensity level. But this lights up here, and it's red, so it doesn't mess up your vision at night. And something else they've gone to is the red Bocatech switches. I don't know if you can hear that pump running, but we got our port fish box pumps, center forward fish box pump, and starboard fish boxes. All they're diaphragm pumps, grouper gulper. Evacuate all your in-floor boxes overboard. Comes with 2 2,000 gallon per hour roll pumps, bilge lights, fresh water, raw water. You got multicolor underwater lights, give you all the lights in the spectrum. Like, you know, you got chart light, you got T-top lights for reference. Turn them on and off. I don't know if you can see up there. They do red, white, and blue. You know, so all your lights are multicolor. Real nice feature. You got accent lightings, which your cup holders are lit. You know, and your speakers are all well lit. So if you want to look really cool at night, this thing has really got a bunch of lights and very functional as well for use. This Nautical Designs Tackle Center, it's got a tremendous amount of tackle storage, and you can set this up if you want to. You can make this a wet bar. You can make this, you know, just storage for dock lines, whatever you want. But we've got it set up on this one for fishing. So you've got your tackle trays and your drawers. The other side's exactly the same. So just tremendous amount of storage between that and the rigging station here. Moving forward, for forward seats, you got your standard flip-up armrest, LeBronx style. Nice folding footrest. You know, you really sit down, get comfortable. You know, sit down in the boat instead of having to stand up everywhere you go. Conveniently placed armrest right here, getting in and out. And Fountain also has an angled footrest here at the helm. It comes in handy to me. Even if you are standing, you can kind of angle your body some to reduce, you know, wear, and you can really lean back real hard on the bolster. And if you want to get real high, if you're a shorter person or a lady and you want to drive the boat, you can get right here. Notice the knee pad on the console. You can really pin yourself in, as well as when you flip down, you can pin yourself in driving. So, I guess I mentioned earlier, this is all new console. I don't know if y'all noticed the glove boxes on the dash. Real convenient glove boxes in here. We've added some USB outlets and 12-volt outlets for some customers, but it's a good place to get your stuff out of the way. Wallets, phones, keys, you know, comes in real handy. Back this way, remember I told you had all those evacuation pumps to evacuate the fish boxes. You've got 2 on each side, 250 quart insulated fish boxes. Okay, they don't. You can see this one right here has been sitting, and it's not full of water. We've had a lot of rain this week, and you know, these boxes just do well at draining overboard and not into the box. Something a little unique. Fountain now has an LS model, which is basically this boat, but they offer it with a forward lounger, and you can get it with a sofa in the back instead of the 2 live wells. what we've done is kind of made a little bit of a hybrid, and we put the forward lounger actually on this center console fishing version, which gives the ladies a little bit more comfort, gives you a little storage underneath. This guy right here lifts up right here. You can put a cooler in there or whatever you want to store, and you also keep your storage under here for another box. It's about a 60 quart insulated box under there, and this just shuts real nice. You've got your rod lockers here. They're about 7 foot long. We offer them with a lockable lock as well, and we put rod racks in them for customers that want to keep their rods on the boat. 800 quart large insulated fish box. You know, all your big fish, 150 pound, 200 pound tuna fish go in there no problem. Advantage of the forward seating I like, you've got extra storage up here, and you'll notice if you're a fisherman, you know, they're not too obtrusive. You can still work fish around the bow. You got a nice integrated step to step up here to the bow. If you need access, there's a nice casting platform where Sharon's standing up here. Also, you got storage up here that stays very dry. So a lot of times, these boxes in here, plenty of room in them. That's where I like to put my dry bags, fish bags, stuff like that. So instead of them piling up in the bottom of the console like they used to for us, I tend to stack everything in there. Another thing it gives you is it gives you somewhat of a bed. You know, or if somebody's sleeping, you know, wants to take a nap when you're fishing or what have you, they're out of the way, and they're nice and comfy. And when you sit in these seats, it's really comfortable. You can pin your leg. See where my leg's going? Kind of up under the gunnel right there, holding on right here. So even if you're running in a little bumpy water, a little bit rough, you're real secure in these forward seats, and you're facing forward, so it's just a little more comfortable. Showing you here the Lumar anchor windlass. All your road steamers down below, stainless anchored, galvanized chain, 150 foot of road. This anchor holds really well. It's a plow style anchor. Hadn't had any issues with them pulling. Moving aft here, Sharon can show you the new top, the front of it. The new top's about a foot wider, so it gives you more coverage along the gunnel, more shade, and it's a little longer in the back, probably another 1.5 foot longer in the back. So that afternoon sun's not beaming on the back of your neck when you're driving home. This boat's equipped with 2 tanks. It's got a 150 gallon forward tank and about a 275 gallon aft tank. And with our testing, every boat's a little bit different, but we push the range on these boats, so we really try to find out how much fuel they hold. And pretty much always we're getting between 149 and 152 usable tank out of the front. And then the aft tank, we've been somewhere between, you know, 272 and up to as high as like 285. So I feel comfortable that you've got really almost 425 usable gallons of fuel that you can put in this boat. Fountain listed at 418, but we've been actually 425 usable. So some of them even as high as 430. And then they're 1/4 inch aluminum tanks. So nice lounger here. You know, room for 2, just the right angle. And Sharon's a big fan of the seat. So looking back here, you know, they've got these stainless nice clip rod holders. You know, store rods, store brushes, store chamois. Nice seat deck here. Line it so your rods don't beat anything up. Access is real important on this boat. Let me turn on some power in here. Turn on our console cabin lights. Fountain's just been doing a better job year after year, getting us better access, better rigging. You know, see the toilet? That's overboard discharge for the toilet. Here, let me see that. So, if you come down in here, each boat comes with AGM batteries standard. They're all bolted down. They all come with battery chargers. House battery standard. You can see here's disconnects for your electric reel outlets and your amps, or windlass. You know, everything's labeled right here on the switch panel. You know, for your electronics, if you got to replace a fuse, that's your power steering pump fuse. You know, these right here, your clean power fuses. This is on the starboard side, so if the motor trips a fuse, easy to get to, easy to diagnose. power steering pump right here. You know, autopilot computer. Your trim tab pumps are also easily accessible. NEMA 2000 T's all right here. So if you got to add something, boom, just prop you another T in and roll with it. You see the cup holders. You know, they're all set to drain. You know, it stays real dry in here. Dry console, easy access, real easy to work on. Our techs are really not complaining whenever they have to work on a fountain. It's just everything's easy to get to. Nice window in here. Switch panel. This is the voltage relay system. It's set up to where it will not let you kill your starting batteries by running your stereo or what have you. Your house battery gets charged. Once the voltage is to a certain level on the starting battery, a relay kicks in and puts the voltage from your alternator to the house battery. See that digital voltage sensitive relay? And that lets you do, you run your stereo or you leave something on and your motors will always start, and then once your motors start, you know, they'll act like a generator, start charging your house if you killed it. And individual breakers, key switches, push button start, overhead light. These boats just come with a tremendous amount of content. You know, if you look at it, just pop-up cleats everywhere, nice recessed grab rail. Looks like Fountain also did a good job. They kind of retooled their top cap and deck this year on the 38 and 34, and fit and finish is really nice. New dash, compass, backlit standard. Just can't say enough about the boat. Moving aft here, I know we didn't look at the bilge. You know, nice clean shelf on the bilge. They've stepped up the fit and finish down here and the rigging as well. You know, there's your freshwater pump, raw water pump on the same side. Fuel manifold here so that you can select auxiliary tank or main tank. Any motor can draw off any tank. Got these little red handles in here too when you want to have the fish boxes just drain overboard when the boat's storing on the trailer or something. Just leave them open, and if you want to lock them down where nothing can come in, nothing out, just overboard discharge them with your diaphragm pumps. You know, close them up. So, but thank y'all for looking. Really nice boat. The boat, well, I didn't mention she tops out. This one we ran about 77 miles per hour in her. Fuel efficiency, you know, so all about 1.5 miles per gallon in the mid upper 40s. She's got an honest 500-mile range with a load, you know, like a real load. And if you're just doing like a day trip or something, you know, you're looking at more like even up to a 600-mile range if you're pretty lightly loaded, just cruising around. You know, you'll see as high as 1.4, 1.5 on average at times. But thanks for looking.
We're located in Orange Beach, Alabama.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.